Welcome to Arcade Attack. A retro gaming podcast for up to 4 players.
Sonic Boom!
Welcome, listeners. It's Adrian here on the latest Arcade Attack podcast. We've covered some crazy stuff in the past on our podcast. We're getting close to 300 episodes. We've done Easter eggs. We've done conspiracy theories. We've done crazy things you can find in video games. And we've hinted about this, but today we're going to look at the weirdest unlockable characters you can get in video games. So we're going to cover a lot of things, and I'm going to unlock James on the podcast.
Ka-ching!
Yeah.
I'm here.
And I've completed the game on the hardest difficulty, therefore Keith can enter.
Hello.
And of course we got Dylan, who's just part of the roster.
So I was the easy level game completion. Keith was the hard one. Dylan's like a stock character.
sorry, Dylan, I'm just putting your chain.
Wow.
Well, you know, we're going to go out with guns of glory, aren't we?
We haven't actually told anyone this yet, have we? We actually told everyone we're stopping.
No, we haven't.
We're stopping after 300.
No, we didn't.
I said
you
I'm
did.
stopping after
You
300.
did. You did.
We alluded it in the previous podcast.
Well, let's address that then.
Shall we,
Address the elephant in the room then.
It's quite. Yeah, it's quite.
How did you fit this elephant into your house, Dylan?
It's whoa. I mean, it's impressive for a one-bed flat in Croydon.
It is.
But,
Yeah.
You know, these were built in the 60s.
They were, and Arcade Attack was built quite a few years ago now, and I think
It was. I think it's time to shut the doors. Kick everyone out.
yeah, I mean, we want to
Closing time. Closing time.
Last orders. Yeah.
I think our first podcast was in
2016.
16. We've done it for a long time, and we've really enjoyed it, and we're not taking it for granted, but we've enjoyed it a lot, and there's only so many video games we can talk about, and we've got to that point where we don't want to churn out rubbish. We want to finish on a high.
Yeah.
Is it 100% finished completely? I'm never going to say never.
Shall we say indefinite hiatus?
Yeah, because
Until further
we might
notice.
get an itch.
Yeah.
We might want to go
That's
down
true,
a different direction. We might want to just do a few videos here and there. I might do a few interviews in the future. But one thing for certain is going to happen when 300's done, and we've got a few ideas for the 300 episodes. Some crazy shenanigans are going to happen.
Crazy shenanigans, guys.
But once the 300's been released, we're going to have an extended long break at the very least. I think that's fair, isn't it? It's going to recharge our batteries, and never say never, but that's going to be a big full stop.
I think 300. It's a massive milestone.
Yeah.
300 separate episodes, and you say, all right, there's 4 of us. Rob was a big part of it. Kev's been in a couple of episodes as well. But our collective gaming memories and stuff, it does get to the point where we've maybe exhausted that.
We're scratching now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've personally, I've exhausted what I have to say on retro video games.
A lot of things, yeah. But,
Hey man, I think it's time that we can all go off to our own projects and just kind of see what goes. I'd like to do more stuff on the YouTube channel, so watch this space, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the website will still be up, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll still do written stuff.
I don't know if we stop paying Podbean, they take our podcast down. I don't know if they're going to
I
stay
think
there.
they just kind of leave it up there, and we just can't publish anything new. Maybe
We'll sort of, it'll be there. And
we'll have to make sure it's still the 300
they're not going
episodes
to take
is
us
still
off
available.
I think we're
to
like one of the
everyone.
biggest ones on their platform. They're not going to take us off it. I think.
Yeah, no, look, we've been really proud of the success, and we really appreciate the listeners. And
We'll say goodbye properly.
Yes,
Don't
when the
worry.
time is right. In
Yeah.
15.
I mean,
or
there's going to be
16
people
episodes.
that ain't happy with this announcement. I'll tell you. I
know.
I can see it now.
yeah, but
But there are plenty of other good retro gaming podcasts, like Retro Hour.
yep, they're
Very
cool.
good. And I wish I'd come up with a proper list.
This is not our official proper
The
goodbye.
Sega, the Sega guys are really good.
is the
Sega
heads up,
guys.
though.
Are they still going? Are they
yeah,
stopped? Are they back now?
Yeah, they're still going. Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
back? Are they? Because they went on a
Recommend
bit of
those
a
guys.
hiatus.
Definitely,
Yeah,
that's our
okay,
friend
good.
Dan.
Other ones.
Other ones that we've mentioned loads
We'll
over
have
the
a
years.
special thanks list in
We
300.
will.
We'll get a listing
We'll
out.
do this properly.
You'll all get all of the ones who are worthy. You'll get. A shout
What I
out.
would say is, though, if you desperately want us to cover, if it's a topic we haven't covered, or maybe a game or a question, we're happy to answer it. This is your time to ask.
That's a
isn't
good
it?
shout for the last episodes, maybe part of the last episodes.
Yeah, questions for Arcade
Anything
Attack.
you wanted to ask our opinions on. Or...
And we won't be drunk. we will be sober.
No.
I know there's definitely Steve White is going to be screaming in his headphones now, telling us to do Desert Strike, I think.
We did
Done it.
Desert Strike
Done
or
it.
Jungle
Did
Strike.
it.
Or
Done
Jungle
it.
Strike
Done
or
it.
something like that.
Done it.
Did it.
Or one of the others. He's definitely got a
Done
beef
it.
about
Rob did
one of
all
the
of
others.
them, I think,
Yeah,
in one
Rob's
go,
done
didn't
it all,
he?
done it.
Yeah, Rob did all
Oh,
of
there's
them in one
something
go.
along those lines. I'll have
We've
to
got-
ask him, but there's one he's always had a go at me for.
We've got something for everyone apart from Spectrum fans. So,
Even though I love the Spectrum, we now officially hate the Spectrum.
we're anything a Spectrum or Dino Dini. I think we've got it covered, didn't we?
I
Really?
don't know why we hate the Spectrum. No, we don't really. Listen to the Amstrad podcast.
I know.
Hey!
Yeah, no, we've got a few little things left to do. We've got a few ideas for the last few episodes.
We've enjoyed our run. I think we've enjoyed our run, but I think it's just it takes up. Again, I think I mentioned it the other day when I said I was leaving, but it just takes up too much of my time. I'm not learning anything new. So the reason I started Arcade Attack was was learning on the job. So obviously I learned how to do web development and writing and everything at the start of it. Then we all started learning how to podcast and how to produce a podcast, how to make a podcast, yada yada yada. It was learning. I have run out of things to say about retro games. So personally, that's just where we are. But
I'm going to teach you some unlockable characters you might not know.
that's what I'm here for. Love
do that.
learning.
Every day's a school day.
Yeah. So, should we get on with the episode?
Yeah, we'll talk more about the sad stuff another time.
We'll do that in 300.
Yeah.
See you then.
If you ever feel a bit sad, just picture Fred Durst in your head. That will make you happy.
Yeah, if you picture Fred Durst, you can never be sad.
Yeah, because we love Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
You just keep rolling. You just keep rolling.
Keep on rolling, baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through the 25 craziest unlockable characters in video games. So I'm going to kick off at number 1. Not necessarily it's the most amazing, but just because why not? Fred Durst. You can unlock him in WWF SmackDown. Just bring it.
I
Yes.
knew that. I know. Yes.
You know-
Amazing.
Go on. If you don't tell us
There's a
why,
picture.
I'm going to tell you why.
Amazing.
Go on.
The rap rock vocalist.
I know this.
He was an unlockable character in the 2001 PlayStation exclusive. Just bring it. SmackDown. Do you know how to unlock Fred Durst in this game?
I don't know how to unlock him, but I know why he's in there.
Okay, I'll come to you in a minute. You can unlock him, and I think this might link in actually. You've got to play as The Undertaker and beat more than 15 wrestlers in a slobber knocker match. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? A slobber knocker match to unlock. I've got here this charismatic frontman.
Who wrote this stuff?
I kind of stole some of this off the internet, so I haven't done that much editing, sorry. But why? Why is Fred Durst and Undertaker intertwined?
And Keith may well know this as well.
Possibly.
Okay, so the Undertaker, for those that know wrestling, and for those I suppose that only sort of dip their toe into
Yeah,
the pool
everyone
of,
remembers The Undertaker.
you may know this already, but he went through a period of when he was first in the WWF as it was then. He came out as literally as you would expect an Undertaker, dark clothes, long hair, very sinister looking, evil, etc.
Yeah.
He then, I believe, it was 2001 or very shortly after he. Went through a bit of a change, and he decided to then call himself the American Badass. He then came out in like this denim,
Yeah, he was like a biker,
tank
wasn't
top,
he?
and
And
he
he
was a
used to have,
biker.
like, the bandana
and his
and-
entrance was basically driving down, and it was his own Harley.
Yeah.
He used to drive down his Harley right down to the ring, all the way around the ring, give it the beans and everything, and it was like he used to call himself the American Badass, right? And his title theme tune was "Rollin'" by Limp Bizkit. And it was, I think there was a particular WrestleMania where they had this huge ramp. I think it was 17, if I remember correctly. Not that I'm nerding out or anything, but there was a huge ramp down to the ring, really long, like hundreds of yards, which gave him the perfect opportunity, obviously, to rev up the Harley and then down. It was wicked. I mean, a lot of
Nice.
people said that he shouldn't have changed direction.
Yeah, I never really enjoyed
No, I thought
that version of The Undertaker.
I thought they did the best they could with it.
Yeah, it was that era though, wasn't
but
it?
then-
Like with the new metal stuff.
Yeah,
And
it was exactly.
just-
And they had "Drowning Pool" as one of the intro songs.
love that tune.
Yeah, bodies.
bodies hit the floor.
And they had, I think it was just, and I think it was that WrestleMania or another one after where they had, oh God, who did they have on? Motorhead.
Oh yeah, because they did Triple H's theme tune. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm hijacking your podcast now, but I think that's why he was in the game.
Well, yeah, and apparently it's right about the rolling stuff. the game's developer could only use this song if they added Fred Durst to the game's roster.
Amazing.
That sounds about
Picked up a fuss.
Amazing.
So they had a bit of fun actually bringing his characters into the game as well. He actually also appeared in the game Fight Club, Fred Durst, as well. He was a character in that.
we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
No, we don't talk about it.
First rule of Fight Club, the game
Can you
is
unlock him so you can fight him? I don't want to play as him. I want to beat him up.
No, but he was also in...
I don't want to play as Fred
Sorry,
Durst.
Keith.
If you unlock him, you probably could have him as opponent, though.
Yeah,
Surely.
I hope so. I hope so.
We're not really fans of Limp Bizkit, but interestingly, I saw a really good documentary on Netflix called, I think they made Woodstock 2. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Woodstock
Woodstock 99.
It was such a great documentary, and a lot of people blame
just
Fred
blame him
Durst
for all of it, yeah.
Limp Bizkit for causing the riots.
Revving the crowd up, yeah.
Yeah, we're blaming Fred
Blame
Durst.
Fred Durst.
So there, you can unlock him if you want. Wiki Wild Will Smith.
Wiki,
Sorry, what was that again?
West.
Wiki Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough
Riders.
you don't want none of
that. That was as much as I remembered. As
Al
well.
Gore and the Clintons all are linked to what game?
NBA Jam.
Yep, you can unlock these characters. I'm not sure how you can get them. Any ideas?
I can't remember. I don't remember how.
You have to do
but
10 buckets in an Uber dance, and then I don't know.
What?
I don't know basketball moves.
10 he's on fires or
I
something?
think we've established I don't know basketball moves.
We don't know
Well, a
basketball.
lot of them were codes, or when you enter your date of birth and your initials in NBA Jam, where it keeps records. But you change them because that's how you could
That's
play.
ringing a bell.
You could play in the arcade, possibly the consoles as Mark Turmel, and nearly all the developers are in there as well. The cheerleaders are in there. There's 2 cheerleaders in there.
Oh, Clinton.
But yeah,
Did you spend time trying to unlock them? Was that a thing you wanted to do or not bothered?
That's a whole evening.
Yeah, that's a
You
whole
could just
evening's
do
entertainment.
that.
Yeah. Obviously, now you can just Google them and you get the codes. But I'm pretty sure that's how you unlock most of them. Was by it would be like a combination of
Fair
initials and date of birth, and that would bring it up. But yeah, Jazzy Jeff.
Maybe
and
just
the
putting
Fresh
like Bill
Prince.
Clinton's initials and his date of birth. Maybe that.
I don't know his
does
middle
it.
name. I'll have to look it
I
up.
wonder if Monica
Hang on.
Lewinsky's an unlockable character.
Easy.
Hey, we're going out. We might as well go out.
We are.
Anything controversial or risque or innuendo, we're going to go, well, go on a blaze of glory.
William Jefferson Clinton.
William.
WWJC.
Hey, that's my stammer.
William
Don't take the
Jefferson
mickey out of my
Clinton.
stammer.
Not a stammer.
William Jefferson Clinton. So WJC, and his date of birth is the
Jefferson.
19th of August.
Yeah, we share a birthday.
And similar traits, apparently. 19, just don't give Keith a cigar.
What's that under the desk?
Don't give Keith a cigar. You did like cigars back in the day.
I did not have relations
You did not have relations with that
with
cigar.
that cigar.
Look, 1946.
Zigga cigar.
It's all coming together.
We're like Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globe. We just don't care.
All I wanted was a Zigga cigar.
Cigar. There you go. So put that into NBA Jam and see what happens.
Good.
What? We didn't get anything else.
WJC as the initials. WJC, that's his
19th
initials.
of August, what year?
19th of August, 1946.
You have to put it the American way around, though, don't you? You have to put August the 19th.
We do.
So who do we have? Jazzy Jeff as well?
Will Smith,
Fresh Prince.
and I got the Clintons, but there's
The
others.
Clintons. Who else? Al Gore, I think, was
Al
one
Gore?
of
Yeah, you
them.
just said Al Gore, didn't you?
Yeah, they're the ones I remember off the top of my head.
That's good.
And yeah, again, like I said, I don't know if it was on the console versions, but on the arcade, you could unlock Mark Turmel and the developers and a couple of the cheerleaders as well, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
The third unlockable character, I think Dylan's going to be happy about this, is a certain spider-like man in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Did you know that?
Spider-Man? Phil Spider-Man?
Pete Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
He's friends with Chris Tober, isn't he?
Tony Hawk's too. Yeah.
Spider-Man is my favourite
Spider-Man.
superhero, for reals.
well,
not Batman.
You can
No,
unlock this-
Spider-Man, then Batman. Don't look at me. Don't look at me with
Batman's
those
not
eyes.
super-
I
Hero.
believe you preferred Pete Spider-Man over
Pete Spider-Man. Yeah, I
over
love
Bruce
Batman. Well, that's why initially I was so disappointed with the PS4 game, as we've discussed in previous episodes. But now I really love the thingy bob. And Keith said he led me Miles Morales, and he hasn't done it yet.
All right.
Do you want me to explain how to unlock Spider-Man, though? Are you interested?
How do y'all look Phil Spider-Man in
You have to create a new skater, any skater, And then you have to, with that said skater, complete the game 100%, and therefore you unlock that particular character. There's also some interesting characters in Pro Skater 3. I'm going to mention a bit later on, but we've got Doom Guy, which is in Pro Skater 3.
Sweet.
And Wolverine. I might mention another one a bit later. Cool. It's quite interesting. But that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Is cool.
All there. Another skate game, Skate 3. You can actually unlock someone called Meat Man. Basically, he's a T-bone steak. You can skate around with a T-bone massive steak. It's pretty crazy. Unlocking Meat Man is as simple as completing all the Hall of Meat challenges, in Skate 3. Yeah. There's also another hidden character called Dem Bones.
Dem Bones.
Dem dry bones.
Dem Bones, not these nuts.
And he's just a skeleton, basically. So there you go. So if you want to, it's like, like in Rocky, if you want to punch the meat,
Punch the meat.
or play with the meat,
Pound
just
the
go
meat.
with.
Play with the meat. Just go with the meat.
guys, let's we don't care.
Pound that meat.
Resident Evil 2.
I know
Who
this
can you
one.
unlock in Resident Evil 2?
You can
Yes, I know both of these.
Oh yeah, there's two. Well, there's Hunk.
Hunk, which is the non weird one.
Yep.
Weird.
And Tofu.
Tofu.
Oh, tofu. I remember
There's a
tofu.
big-
There's a
chunk-
great picture.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Topher, as in Chris
Tofu.
Tofu.
His name might be Chris. It might be Chris
Yeah,
Tofu.
Chris Tofu.
He's it's Tofu.
Chris Tofu.
He's a big chunk of tofu.
How do you unlock him? Do you know?
It's something to do with. I can't
is mad.
remember.
Hold on. Is it completion time?
Is it? Yeah. No, I don't.
Or is
know.
it completion amount?
can't
No,
remember
it is
now.
completion, but you've got to apparently complete all the scenarios under 2.5 hours.
That's right. It's
Each,
time.
6 times for each mission, flawlessly. How crazy is
that's
that?
insane.
Needless to say, I've never unlocked tofu.
That's insane.
Tofu was on his save game was on a memory card you could buy back in the day.
Okay.
So I got said memory card. It was only a bit more than a normal one, it's an unofficial one, and it had it on there. So just like bam, do it, and then you can save.
He only has the knife, I think, as well as a weapon. And when he takes damage, the tofu starts off white, and then every time you get hit, so
You know
it
why
starts
it was
to go
developed?
pinker and
Nice.
more red.
Do you know why he was created? Tofu?
Tofu big in Japan.
No, it was just to test damage. Apparently,
Oh, okay. So it's like a
developers-
big squishy
trick.
hitbox.
So you basically can
Yeah.
see like, oh no,
Dead.
yeah, that's caution, dead.
Well, because it was what they brought in, didn't they? In the Resident Evil 2, there was like the visible damage.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like
Oh,
Leon
nice.
would hold his
Yeah,
chest
yeah.
and limp and.
And I know people are gagging to ask us, so just we'll answer this question now. Do we like tofu as a food?
We're not going to say that on this podcast. They have to ask us.
Fair enough.
Get in touch. Ask the question.
This is not part of my list, but Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield, and a zombie cop all appeared in Trick and Snowboarding also as unlockable characters.
I want to get
Trick
that.
and snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
I want to get trick and snowboarding. Must be a Capcom game, right? Trick and snowboarding.
I've got another wrestler you can unlock. A wrestler you can unlock in WWE
A wrestler.
20K16. So it's a 2015 game, so it's not retro, sorry.
Sorry.
Is it an old school wrestler?
An
though?
actual wrestler.
No, it's not an actual wrestler. It's a
but it's
character.
in a wrestling game.
Okay.
It is the T800 Terminator.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, yeah. I think
But this
I
is
remember
not
hearing
really.
about
This is a controversial one. It's arguably not unlockable because you had to pre-order the game before, and if you pre-ordered, you got this character included. That's a controversial addition.
it. So if you bought at no
controversial.
point after pre-order, could you get it then?
Well, yeah. If you pre-ordered the game, you'll be given the ability to play as Arnie himself. I think there's ways around it in the code. I think I'm not totally sure, but I think it's not really unlockable. It's a bit mean, isn't it?
It is mean.
It's a bit mean.
Buying things for games is mean.
Oh man, I tell you what, Super Smash Brothers. Are we fans? It's too frantic
I'm
for
not a
me.
fan.
Too frantic. You like it though. You did their trailer.
I did the
Yes.
I did it.
Why is Solid Snake in? I'm very confused.
Well, he's not in Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is the GameCube version, I want to say. But in that game, you could unlock Mr. Game & Watch. Which
Oh, the
later
little
became
silhouette dude. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he becomes a mainstay later in the series, but he was unlockable in this and quite an interesting character because Game & Watch were kind of forgotten back then. But fair play to Nintendo, bringing back an old favourite. God of War: Chains of Olympus, 2008 game. We fans?
Not played this one.
Never played that because no, I think it was PlayStation only, wasn't it?
God of War games were, yeah.
Yeah. So nope.
You
Pass me by.
could apparently play as a potato. Spud of war. Spud of war.
Portuguese spud of war.
Nice.
So there you go. So that's a massive potato you could play as. I haven't got
Can
it
we
here.
can we get a list going of how many food items
So we've got
we can play?
tofu
So we've got tofu.
Got meat man.
Potato.
We've got a potato.
Steak. Oh, meat
We've got
man,
meat
yeah.
man. Yeah, this
can
is
make a
good.
good-
This is
a
good.
good dinner here, couldn't
I'm
we,
gonna,
so
I'm
far?
gonna,
I'm
yeah, I'm
getting
gonna
hungry.
make. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take all these down. If there's any other food items, I'm gonna make a meal out of it.
They
Ian.
do say that the average person eats like 8 spiders a year in their sleep, so you could add Phil Spiderman.
Phil Spiderman. Yep, Phil Spiderman.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think it's more this Spud of War is just almost like a skin that goes on. Is it Kratos?
Yeah.
I think it's just like a potato skin, but still, there you go. You can be a potato.
skin.
Hornet. Who is Hornet?
Who is Hornet? Well, it's not a who, it's a what. So in Fighters Megamix,
Correct, I'm
you
on
can
that.
unlock the Hornet race car from Daytona, USA.
Nice. And you can fight.
with it.
That's amazing.
What?
I want to do
It goes
that.
up on its hind wheels.
Yes.
Yeah.
What, like a transformer type thing?
No, the car just stands up on its, on its,
So how
rear,
do you, like, hit
on its
someone?
rear, and the wheels just kind of come
I
out.
have to Google this.
I know. It
You
looks,
have
it
to-
looks
you'll have-
crazy.
yeah, you'll have to
Have
look
you
at the
ever
footage.
managed
Oh, I need to
do
look
it?
at that.
I don't know how you do it. There must be it might be that you have to do something, achieve something in game. I've never actually unlocked it, but I've seen the footage loads of times.
That
And
looks silly.
Yeah,
It looks
It is
Well, it was
very
never going to
silly.
look kind of
It's
natural.
That
very
looks really silly. Oh, no, Hornet versus Hornet looks even sillier.
It's got a dedicated stage to the Daytona as well. It's got a Daytona stage as
has
well.
it? I
Apparently
didn't
so.
know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I haven't got how you unlock it, so sorry, listeners, but there you go. Hornet, pretty cool character.
It's very cool. It's very cool. And also, I don't know if you've got this. Have you got Fighters Megamix on your list again?
I don't think so.
Because I think there's more unlockable characters, and one of them is the female cop from Virtua Cop,
Oh, nice.
and she's unlockable as well. I'm not sure how.
We
you do
like
that.
unlockables. Again, we're going to go proper toilet humour now. So sorry,
Janet from Virtua Cop. Thank you.
Janet.
We're going to go, what?
Toilet.
We don't
humour.
care. We don't care.
We don't care now. But in number 10, we've got in Saints Row the Third, the 2011 game.
This
You can actually be a toilet. So after
it's an actual
It's going
toilet.
to get a bit grotty now, but after James's lovely,
So I've got
Food.
all of these lovely food items, and then we've got a toilet.
yeah,
Well, they all got to go somewhere.
yeah, yeah. You can play as a toilet. I've got a screenshot there. You can actually just bouncing toilet around. A real toilet.
Okay,
Nice.
Mad.
that's
That's like do you know
can the
what
toilet do anything?
Flush.
Flush.
Hopefully.
Generally-
if it's a good one.
Yeah.
That reminds me of what is that game mode that people play in a load of prop hunt? Is it there's something called prop hunt on some games, and you basically like you masquerade as like a piece of the scenery, and then the rest of the people have to find you. That's what it looks
Oh
like.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
does it?
Sounds amazing. What is that?
It's called prop. I'm sure it's called prop hunt, and they do it in like first person shooters and stuff like that.
That sounds amazing.
And you literally have like a team of people that go looking for you to see how well they know the map.
Oh, okay.
This game is a bit cheeky, though, Saints
what it
Row.
looks like.
I don't know if you know, there's other stuff you can unlock. I'm not going. It's a family podcast, I can't say, but you can bash people with certain things on the head. And I was thinking they missed a trick here. It's called Saints Row the Third. They could easily just slightly change the last word, couldn't they?
Let's roll the turd.
Yeah.
Fighting Vipers.
Okay.
We are back, actually. Sorry, but this is only
so
Japanese
this is Fighting
version.
Vipers, not
Yes.
Fighters Megamix.
Slightly different, isn't it?
different game.
It's a different game. It's completely different.
It's slightly different. It's slightly different.
We're back, but we're not back because it's a different game.
Who can you unlock? And this is a corporate person, a company sort of slogan person in this game.
Oh, I know.
Say it.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi.
Yep.
There we go. That's the drink.
Pepsi Man.
He's quite easy to unlock. You simply lose your first fight. Afterwards, you hear the famous theme song, and will be challenged by the muscular soda man. That can't be quite as easy as that, really. But there you go.
Pepsi Man.
I mean, I haven't got a picture of him, but that's pretty crazy.
Have any of you guys played Pepsi Man?
No, I've seen it running again.
It's quite fun.
It's a real
very
game.
simple. It's like those mobile games where you're running constantly into the screen, and you have to like jump and duck and slide. But it's quite good fun. And collect the Pepsi cans.
Subway
obviously.
Surfers and
Yeah.
Minion
Yeah, yeah.
Rush and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Temple Run, yeah.
Yeah. Pepsi, man.
And if you want to ask us if we prefer Pepsi or Coca-Cola,
We're not going to tell you.
you got to email in.
You've got to ask.
You got to ask. You ain't asking.
We're
We
not
ain't
going to tell you,
answering.
but I watched the documentary the other night about Pepsi Where's My Jet.
Oh,
Go
I
and watch
saw
it.
that.
It's really good.
Excellent documentary.
Go and watch it if you haven't
Highly
seen it.
recommended. Yeah, agreed. In 12th, we've got Barney the dinosaur. You can actually play Barney in Xenophage Alien Bloodsport in 1995, and there's a screenshot of a fighting game with Barney. And that is not
Sorry,
not made up.
what's the name of the game again?
Oh, man, what?
It's called Xenophage Alien Bloodsport. It's a fighting game.
I mean, I'm surprised Barney agreed to do it, but
Yeah.
you know, I guess times are pretty
Talk
tough.
about things you never thought you'd say in your lifetime. Barney in
I
Xenophage
know,
Alien
right?
Bloodsport.
And apparently, he's one of the most overpowered, but quite a broken character. So he doesn't particularly play very well, but he's extremely strong. There you go.
The power of love.
The power
See?
of love.
Stronger than anything.
Yeah. Truth. That's true. 13th place, we've got Gon, or Gon, so it is Gon, in Tekken 3. This little, cute little dinosaur. So I don't know if you can picture him, but I think I unlocked him once, actually.
Oh, I think maybe I've seen it,
it's quite
actually.
a cute little thing, and he's got a little fart attack as well, some more toilet
I have
humour
seen
there.
it. I have seen it.
Fart
Yeah.
Can't go wrong
Not
with
with Neil
fart
Buchanan.
This is Fart Attack.
For art attack.
Yeah, so I quite like Tekken. I always like unlocking the characters in Tekken games. I think there was a kangaroo in one of them as well. There was lots of other characters you can get.
Wasn't there a different version of Jack?
I believe you're right. Yeah, there was, wasn't there?
like-
He could be a bear as well. I get
A
confused.
bear, yeah. There was a bear. There was like a futuristic version of Jack, I think, and wasn't there another version of King as well? Like different outfits. And
Yeah,
stuff,
I think
it
you're
was.
right. There's a lot. There's a lot. Need for Speed 2. We're a fan.
Is it Need
Don't
for
know if I
Speed 2
played
or
that.
Underground 2?
Don't know if I played
They're
that
all
one.
good.
Underground
Yeah.
2 is
Apart from the
God
first
tier.
one, which is really dull. I think
very
everyone else.
slow.
I think everyone else is.
Oh, the Underground games are in my you don't.
I
But this
don't
is the
think-
sequel to the first one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just
Okay.
Need for Speed. Okay.
So-
And we're going
yeah.
on a bit of a dinosaur theme here because
When they started getting good, yeah.
when they started getting good, and you can unlock a T-Rex in this game.
All right.
You can actually drive around a T-Rex. The graphics are terrible though for this particular T-Rex model. It doesn't really move at all. It's just imagine there's no sort of movements on it.
And how,
play.
do you know how you unlock that?
No,
Should we go
because I
and
haven't
let-
done research on this pod. Sorry.
Have you got Daytona USA on your list? Apart from the Fighters Mega
No,
Mixes.
tell me.
So on the Saturn version of Daytona USA, you can unlock a horse.
That is cool.
This is
And
clever
they drive
because
horsepower.
hey,
There you go. And it goes clippity clop round the track, except when you go around bends and its hooves squeal like tires.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, and there's a manual horse and an automatic horse.
Very good. It sounds like that horse got more
I can't remember exactly how you unlock it, but that's good fun. It's good fun.
I love when things get a bit meta, when games kind of overlap into the real world and stuff like that. And there's a character in Mortal Kombat called Mocap, and he's look at this.
Seen this as well.
He's like a character.
He's in the mocap suit with the balls and stuff on him.
Yeah. So but he's in the game.
That is really meta. I like that.
And there's loads of unlockable characters in Mortal Kombat. You've got Reptile,
yeah.
Ermac, Smoke, Rain, Noob Saibot. But he's great. He's a motion capture actor who's basically intertwined the game and
Nice.
creating the game together. So he can be unlocked by completing the conquest mode with every character and then selecting Cyrax while holding the start button. He only mimics other characters' fighting styles, though, because of course he does. He just mimics. Yeah. But that's pretty cool.
I like that.
Mocap.
Mocap.
Yeah, cool. This is badass. One of my favourite characters in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, or just the Street Fighter universe, is Akuma. He's pretty cool, isn't
he is.
I don't remember his backstory. Did he train Ryu and Ken or something? I don't quite.
Yeah, he went down like the dark route.
He's great.
Yeah.
And I've always liked him as a character. And you can unlock him in this game. Obviously, later editions, he's just a character.
Yeah, he
isn't
became a big character in the series, yeah.
He's no
in
sag
Super
out,
Street
though,
Fighter
is he?
2, did you say he's on?
Yeah, because he was kind
Super
of
Street Fighter
mythical
2
at that time.
Turbo. Oh, okay.
He was kind of mythical, wasn't he? Like people used to talk about Akuma.
He's no sag out, though, is he? Let's be honest.
James loves Saga.
He does, doesn't he? No, apparently, you need a cheat code to access him. It must be entered on the character select screen by highlighting certain fighters for 3 seconds at a time, plus a button combination. Oh, I've got it here, actually. Here we go. So Ryu, T-Hawk, Guile, Kami, Ryu, then press all 3 punch buttons and start simultaneously. Now, then you access Akuma. Can you imagine? That's pretty difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, Yeah.
But
How on earth how does anyone ever find out about this without actually being told it? I mean, come on. It's not like the type of thing you stumble across, is it?
can you imagine if you did randomly? I mean,
All these things are leaked eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
it's
It's
always
just-
leaked. But I quite like Akuma, and he looks cool. There you go. We mentioned this before, but this is a different game. In Metal Gear Solid Peace Walkers, ever heard of it?
No,
Yeah.
What's that?
Nope.
It does ring a bell of
It
sorts.
was a PSP game, I think.
Is that the one with the card game and that weird?
No, I
is it
don't know,
like
I don't know.
the
I've not
weird,
played it, but I
is
think
it the
it was
Metal Gear Solid
PSP.
game that's not Metal Gear Solid? I think it is.
I don't know.
It's ringing a bell. I
don't know.
Go on then. Wasn't that?
You can access a character called Hideo Kojima. If you there's a bit where a full truck full of nukes. So there's loads of trucks, the massive garage, and it's full of identical trucks. But if you look for a truck and it's got the Centro America 63824 P Sentinel, if you sort of go in there, you'll face Kojima himself. Yeah, so
That's
apparently
easy to find then.
quite a difficult one to find. Yeah, in Payday 2, you can access a certain character called John Wick.
Ah,
John
nice.
Wick, yeah. So Payday 2, never played the Payday games.
No.
No, me neither.
I mean, I look forward to Payday every month, but
yeah. But this is again a cross promotion. The development studio Overkill and Hollywood studio Lionsgate made a deal. They promoted the 2014 film John Wick. So you could access him actually 3 years after it was released. I think it's like a downloadable character. But yeah, there's quite a few other characters in the game, but I think he's by far the coolest. John Wick. This will get Dylan back on side.
I was never offside.
I know, but just when you're thinking, where can we go here? This will get. Apparently, I think it's only one version, the Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition.
I have somewhere, yes.
You've got that. You can access someone beginning with V.
Virgil?
Virgil.
But Virgil's one of the... Oh, what am I missing here?
Well,
A lot, I believe.
What am I missing here?
Virgil is Dante's evil brother, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in 3?
Yeah,
so
he's
you know you can
unlockable.
play as him, I guess.
Yeah.
Or can you already?
Both brothers are playable characters in Devil May Cry. But apparently he's only available in the special edition.
Yes. Okay, so you can unlock him in the original version. Is that what you're saying? So special edition, you just get him.
Okay,
But
fair enough.
Initial Devil May Cry 3, you can unlock him.
No, sorry, you're right here.
So save yourself a few quid then.
Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition makes Virgil playable in his own mode,
Yeah.
and it even gets his own unique movesets. Okay, thank you. So that makes sense. It gives you a bit more kind of... And you got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's... Okay.
Virgil's actually more fun to play with, I think, in Devil May Cry 3. Listen to the Devil May Cry 3 episode. That was,
Long
so
time
many
ago.
years ago.
That's why I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, go and have a read that.
Who'd you rather
Listen
have a
to
beer with, though? Dante or Virgil?
Who I'd rather...
Have a beer with.
Ooh. Well, they're both arseholes, so I don't know.
We don't care.
You can access Donkey Kong in Wii Punch-Out. I know you're a fan of Punch-Out.
We Punch Out.
Wii Punch-Out.
Punch Out.
Well, I've not had the pleasure. You can play as
Donkey Kong.
okay.
Secret
Bit unfair,
opponent.
isn't it?
He's a ridiculously powerful
I was going to
character.
say a large
That's
ape
just- yeah.
smashing your face in. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
He appears in the game's last stand mode opposite the player, and he uses ridiculous attacks. But you have to if you beat him in the last stand mode, you can unlock him in the game's exhibition mode. So it's really, really tough. I think he's one of the toughest characters. Donkey Kong.
I wonder if he throws barrels at you. He
That
says,
would be
he says
good, wouldn't it?
ridiculous attacks.
That
Well,
really
yeah,
does.
that would be just verging on slightly unfair.
A little
I think.
bit.
Any hit from Donkey Kong can result in an almost instant knockout.
There you go.
Apparently.
I'm surprised it's not more
Again,
than
that's
instant knockout.
pretty realistic. You know,
Yeah,
He
maybe
got
game's
punched-
gotta be on
punched
point
by a
then.
gorilla.
Yeah, I'm amazed it's not death, but okay. You died.
Yeah.
You've done an Apollo Creed. You've died.
Too soon.
Too soon. Too soon. It was 40 years ago. Too soon.
Nails. Yep. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, we mentioned it earlier. In that particular game, so we're not talking about Spider-Man now.
No Phil Spider-Man.
With no Phil
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. We're talking about a more crazy character. Are we fans of the sort of reboot of Star Wars? The early 2000s ones?
Oh, the prequels.
The prequels,
Not
yeah.
really. Oh, I think I know who this is.
Yeah.
This is Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Do we like Darth Maul?
Nah, bland.
He's got double blade thingies.
That's
Lightsabers.
nice.
Yeah,
But-
He he was in the film for like 20 minutes.
He's bland.
He was like to fighting. Do you know what I mean? And then he just got battered, man.
Got taken out by Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson. Boom.
Yeah, I mean that's
He was poop.
Well, people like him. He's a bit of an unsung hero in the Star Wars universe. Some people like him. But if you want him, you need to play the game, collect all the gold medals, complete all 54 goals in career mode, and then you get this guy. And then you have to type in a code as well, apparently. Wow.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, for a Star Wars character.
you got to do all of that and then a code.
I'd just be Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Meat man.
I mean, Phil Spider-Man.
Should we get a bit rude? Because
Yeah.
in WWF WrestleMania Challenge, you can play with yourself. And it's true.
Very good.
You can actually, in the game, you can control and battle with the likes of the Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior.
Yes.
But the lead developer at Rare, so Rare made this game, one of the earlier games, said here, I think you should be in the game. And what you can do, you can actually, if two players are selected, yourself, rather than spawning, I'm not explaining it very well here, but basically, I'll just show you a picture actually. You can actually choose and you can play against your own character. It says yourself.
Oh, okay.
So can you see that? It's not very clear particularly.
Okay.
But it's basically, you play like a mirror image of the sort of default character. So it's not that rude actually.
Nice.
Sorry guys, if you thought it'd be a bit
you were wheeling out the innuendo there, weren't you?
Streets to Race 3.
Wow! I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Go and say it then.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Kangaroo.
Why that game is trash.
Have you unlocked Rue before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Move
Sure.
on. Not a fan?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. Rue can't...
I wanted to have more to say about Rue, but no.
Rue can't pick up any items, apparently.
It's quite funny where you can like kick people in the face. I mean,
Yeah, it's got the most powerful kicks in the game.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. And actually, he's in Streets Race 4 as well.
He is in Streets Race 4, and he's extremely powerful in Streets Race 4 as well.
I think...
I love Streets of Rage.
Do you know what?
That's a proper game.
I'm going to tell you something. I was playing that the other day with Steve White, right? And we were basically thrashing through a few levels, and he got to this point where the screen wasn't moving on anymore because there's two characters that he was beating up. He managed to get something like a 500 combo because he was basically doing Rue's kicks over and over.
So they were,
And they were already dead. They were dead
But they were
ages,
still
10
in the
minutes
air.
ago. And they were still in the air. And he was kicking them and
Excellent.
kicking them and kicking them.
Nice.
And he ended up getting like a 500 and something combo. And we were just absolutely
enough.
cacking ourselves laughing. But yeah.
He's in the game, isn't he? And I think his handler is called Bruce. I don't know if that rings any bells in the game.
vaguely.
And if you
Kind of fits, doesn't it?
if you defeat Bruce without
Bruce.
hurting Rue, just defeat Bruce and leave the kangaroo alone, apparently he becomes unlockable. So there you go. Just a friendly reminder. There you go. We've got two more characters left.
Have you saved the best for last?
Arguably, yeah. But the penultimate character is something that me and James know, but I don't think you guys know. No offense, but we are fans of Chrono Trigger, aren't we?
Yep. Love a bit of Chrono Trigger.
I played it for a little bit and I was like, that
Dylan
sounds
doesn't
all right.
like
Got to
it.
commit, Bav. Got to commit.
I know.
But there's a character called Magus. Or Magus.
Oh, yeah.
He's a very powerful enemy. Apparently, though, when you step up to him, you can say, he does a bit of spiel, a bit of talk, saying, "Do you want to fight me?" And everyone says yes. If you say no, apparently he'll just join your party. So loads of people just fought him in battle. But if you just quickly say, "I don't want to fight,"
Everybody's put yes,
all
obviously.
right then.
but apparently he's a real badass character. I think I've got to this bit in the game. I think I've defeated him. He's really quite strong. If I can picture the right character here, very, very, very tough character. But there you go, Magus. You can unlock him apparently. Magus. And the final character, probably the craziest I've got here actually. Number 25 is a certain fast food hero, fast food giant.
Ronald McDonald?
Not Ronald McDonald.
The Burger King.
But the Burger
Not
King
Burger
man.
King.
Hamburglar.
Colonel
Sanders.
Colonel Sanders. You can access him in Phantasy Star Portable. So
Why?
The Colonel.
you can actually beat. There's a picture. Look, there's a picture of the Colonel.
Wow. I mean, that's be quite good to explore stuff as
So this is a Japanese game, isn't it?
Yeah, and KFC is big.
They love KFC.
They love
That's
it.
what they have on Christmas Day in Japan, isn't it? It's become tradition in Japan, fried chicken.
It's true.
I want to be in Japan.
Well, I'm not against a bit of fried chicken, but not Christmas.
That's
sacrosanct.
He's
almost
really
become
massive.
tradition in Japan.
He's a recurring secret character and Easter egg in the Phantasy Star series. In many games, he's got hidden in-game KFC shops, and you can sell items and weapons. And he offers you his partner card upon interaction. His partner card allows players to summon the Colonel into battle when necessary, or if they decide they're hungry. So
I choose you, Colonel Saunders.
yeah. So there you go.
Starts lobbing hot wings at everybody.
It's not Kentucky Fried Kangaroo, luckily. It's for Rue, at
Kentucky
least, right?
Fried Bruce.
Yeah.
You're no Kentucky Fried Idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Rocky 2, quite. We like it. We approve. Well, guys, that was just a rundown of some of the craziest games in gaming history. Did I forget any, or was there any games you played to unlock personal favourites? Or
I've always loved the Daytona horse one. So I had to bring that one up.
That's really cool.
Good.
Do you know what? I've got one that actually is off the back of that, to be fair, which made me think about it. If has anyone ever played Trials? You know, the motorbike game.
Is this the physicsy based one?
Yeah.
I've not played it. I do know what you mean, though.
It's like insanely addictive, insanely hard. It'll have you throwing the controller against the wall. Anyway, there's a number of unlockable things in that. So essentially, the Trials game is a motorbike, go on a motorbike, and you have to kind of accelerate, decelerate, move your body, etc., get over obstacles and whatever.
Jumps and stuff.
It gets more and more ridiculous. There's a game called Trials Fusion, which is quite big on the Xbox, and I played it with my brother, and there's actually, you can get to a point where you unlock a unicorn. So you have all these bikes, you have quad bikes, you have you also have this tiny little thing called the donkey, which is like a miniature motorbike. It's
okay,
and literally you touch the stick and you go like that off to the side. But this unicorn, it's just so, like, you'd think it's going to look ridiculous, and it's not. The physics are going to be all wrong, and they've actually spent time on it. You can unlock it, and it's this proper resplendent. It basically looks like a Shire horse in unicorn's clothing, but it's mad.
Nice.
It actually works, and it runs proproperly and goes over the hills and
handles like a real unicorn.
Handles like very much a real unicorn, yeah. But
James is your guy for unicorn handling.
You'd think it would look dreadful, like as an after, but actually they've kind of sat there and gone, "No, there's going to be a unicorn in this game."
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know whether the developers had like a 5-year-old daughter and they've gone, Daddy, please put a unicorn, in the game. So, but
Nice.
I thought that was
That's
really
pretty cool.
weird. Like, you get all
That
these
is cool.
motorbikes and quads and testosterone, and then a unicorn. So yeah, it's good fun though.
I didn't mention it, but my favourite, I never actually got this character, but I knew he existed, was in Diddy Kong Racing. I think if you complete the game pretty 100%, you can unlock a character called Drumstick, and he's the fastest racer. It's like a chicken. You can see him knocking about on the island. He does like trials and stuff. You can't play as him, he sets things up. I never got it. I never quite got there. I'm not the best at racing games, but I did get a lot of things in the game, but never got quite enough. All the different sort of trophies and whatnot. But that was one of the characters I never quite got to play.
You had to bring out Diddy Kong there, didn't you?
I had to. Well, Rob's not here, so I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. Dylan, any unlockable characters?
I did quite like the Resi ones, only because I didn't have to unlock them. They were already on the card. I don't know. I can't think of any, like none that I really love though. But that's a nice little list you got there. I don't think I'm going to try and unlock any of those.
No.
Have you unlocked? I know what you probably will have done is the retro unlockable characters on Streets of Rage 4.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's just like oh, there you go. There's another. There's Axel. Like old school Streets of Rage 1. Yeah, nice. What I really love is that I didn't think Adam was going to be in it, and obviously they've done Adam Hunter. So one of many things that redeemed the Streets of Rage 4 after it was first sort of
so good
after I first had a go at it. But
my game of last year.
Yeah, it's a great game.
My favourite game.
There
of
you
last
go.
year.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So if I've forgotten any unlockable characters that you love, you can tell us if you want. We're not too bothered either way.
We don't care.
Have you James? Did you manage to come up with any kind of recipe with the ingredients
Well,
that Adrian cooked up?
After Pepsi, we sort of fell off a bit of a cliff, really.
Yeah, we did.
I mean,
basically just tofu and potatoes and a can of Pepsi.
we got tofu with kind of blanched spiders as a starter. We've then got meat and potatoes as the main.
Hey,
yeah.
to be
Oh,
fair,
meat man, of course.
Pepsi is our drink.
well, no, I went to the Walkabout. Remember when I was in Croydon? back in the day?
Walkabout,
They
yeah.
did serve kangaroo burgers. So
They did.
You could put roux on there as well. Yeah,
Okay,
there
well,
you go.
okay. Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah,
we were
you
going
can
to
eat
take
roux.
it that far. Sorry, vegans, but fair enough.
Yeah.
Roasted kangaroo. Plus, we had what was towards the end there?
Well, Colonel Sanders, of course, will be cooking
KFC.
that.
Oh, we got
and,
loads.
and drumstick from Diddy Kong Race.
Yeah,
And
we
there
do.
are certain peoples in the world that eat horse as well.
There are certain people who love horse.
We've
So-
probably eaten horse because of the
And
whole.
half Findus crispy pancakes.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that would not be the end of the craziness in this world? That was just the tip, wasn't it? Now it's gonna.
That's like the tipping point. The horse meat in crispy pancakes
horse
and
meat
everything
scandal.
since. Just
I can tell it's been a long day because I was about to go moo.
What are we doing?
no idea.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be gone in a few episodes. We only got
We're like that road sign with the car like weaving left and right, like skid marks everywhere. Like the wagon has definitely fallen apart.
Oh man.
No, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good.
We're
fun.
still recording, so I better say goodbye, don't I?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. No, guys, thanks for listening, and more crazy fun in next week's episode.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. We really hope you enjoyed it. You can tweet us at Arcade Attack UK. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/Arcade Attack UK. Check out our website at arcadeattack.co.uk for lots more retro gaming goodness and to delve into our archives. Our podcasts are also available on Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Please leave us a review and a rating, we'd really appreciate it. If you'd like to support Arcade Attack, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/arcadeattack, which will give you access to exclusive podcasts, interviews and other bonus content. So, until next time, take care and we'll speak to you soon.